You are listening to the Confidence Chronicles podcast, episode number 33. Hola, hola. It's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start reclaiming your confidence. Start standing in your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. I am here to remind you I'm a confidence coach and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hola, welcome back. Oh my God. Y'all, first of all, before we freaking start, let me just say, you guys are so damn amazing. And I have gotten some, like literally daily, I will get 4 to 5 messages about the podcast. I will get screenshots of you listening to the podcast, telling me what you loved about it, how it's helped you. Insane. I want you to know, I say this all the time, but I hope you truly know that I think about you, that you mean the fucking world to me. I can't wait to do another episode for you. I think about how I can serve you better. It keeps me up at night. I write notes. I literally need a fucking shower pen, because in the shower, all my shit comes, all my downloads. And I got a beautiful message from a woman that is living in Vienna. I think Anna, yes. And she said to me, it made me cry. I couldn't read it. My husband had to read the message. And he just laughs at me because I cry for everything, because I'm a very emotional person, as you can already know probably. But yeah, like she's like, you're my morning ritual. Like I have my cup of coffee while my partner's sleeping, and I do my writing and I listen to your podcast. And like, I'm like, what the fuck, you guys? Like, holy shit. I can't believe it. And I am overwhelmed with the gratitude for you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your beautiful iTunes reviews. I wish Spotify let you review, because I swear to God, I think everybody is listening on Spotify. I listen to podcasts on Spotify too. Spotify is the fucking jam. So thank you. I just wanted to start this podcast with a massive, massive thank you. And I will continue. I've been thinking about changing the name of the podcast to the Loving Bitch Slap Podcast, because I so think that this is what it is, right? Like, I am committed to being your hype woman, the woman who shakes you up and points you back in the direction you know you want to go in, and doesn't allow you to fall back and talk shit to yourself and hate yourself or hate on yourself or victimize yourself. I want to be that. I want to be the podcast. I want the podcast to be like, you're talking to your girlfriend and she's like, yo, you're tripping. You're fucking amazing. What are you talking about? You got this. Like, you totally got this. You can do this. And just in case you fucking forgot, let me just remind you, like, that's what I want the podcast to be about. And from the sound of it, it is. So massive thank you. Today's episode is all about the 5 excuses you need to drop. And not for 2019, for fucking ever. 5 excuses that are not serving you. 5 things that maybe you keep telling yourself, or 5 things that keep coming into your world that you got to stop, drop, and roll. Let that shit go, because it is not helping you. So let me start with this before we get into it. Myself, every time I share something with you, every time I give you a chunk of advice, or every time I invite you to try or do something, it is because, number 1, I have done it myself, or number 2, I am currently going through it myself. Please don't think I'm here like, I'm already sorted, you need to get your shit sorted. No, I'm fucking talking to myself most of the time in this podcast as well. It is a reminder for me too. Do you get me? So I want you to know this. It's not me like, you're fucking making excuses, no excuses. It's not about that. What it's about is, if you want to go for what you want, and you want to be who the fuck you want to be, and you want to stand in a new self, a better version of who you want to be, right? A more refined version of yourself, then there are things that you need to stop doing. And there are things that you need to realize and get awareness on before you even stop doing it. So that's what today's podcast episode is about. It's about the top 5. Remember, I coach women. I have run events for 7 years in Australia. I have been, even before that, I managed people. I have a background in retail and salon management and culture and people. So I know what the fuck gets in our way, and I know what's getting in my way. I know what gets into my clients' way. And a lot of this shit we're going to work through in the sisterhood, because the podcast is great that you can listen to it and action it. But in the sisterhood, if you join the sisterhood, we are going to actually put the podcast to work. So the shit we deal with in the podcast, we're going to make that shit work for our lives individually. So let's get into it. So the 5 excuses you need to drop. Number 1, I don't have the time. Y'all, you need to stop saying I don't have the time. Literally, I could do my own podcast on I don't have the time, because I'll tell you right now, we all fucking have time. And I've talked about it before. There are 3 resources that we give so much power and energy to. One of them is time. The second one is money. And the third one is energy. Oh, I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the energy for it. You do. Instead of putting all your power into time and putting all your power into money and putting all your power into energy, put it into yourself to become more resourceful. That's a fucking resource. Time is a resource. Become more resourceful. How could you have more time? What are you currently doing right now that is taking your time that you could better use your time? For example, at night, my husband and I have a lot of time. Once those little shits go to sleep, which takes forever, but once the kids go to bed, guess what happens? We got free time. We're usually talking about shit. We start reading a book. We'll listen to a podcast. We'll do some work. Some days we watch Netflix because we're fucked, right? But most days we're doing some work. We're watching a video. We're doing something that has to do with growing ourselves because we enjoy it so damn much. Listen, y'all know, look at the podcast. I'm in my car. I just dropped my fucking kids off. I'm about to go hit the office to do clients, to do my training, to write up shit for the sisterhood, to write up content for the retreat. There's so much going on. I've got 2 babies. I'm fully time mother. I baby wear my ass off, right? We have no nanny anymore. We got rid of the nanny because it didn't work for us. So the kids are just about to start childcare. One of the kids, we've got our kids most of the fucking time, And I run a podcast. I do my Q&A Tuesday. I do live videos. I do Instagram. I do fucking Facebook. I've got a website. I've got a retreat. There's a lot happening. And it's not because I have more time than you. It's because I don't do shit. I don't go hang out with my girlfriends barely ever. And it's not because I'm a bad friend, but I know right now what my mission is. And I am committed to the mission. So I will catch up with the important people when I can. And then when I can't, I call them. I'll talk to them. They know what's going on with me. What's important to me right now is making this impact. I don't have a lot of time. I'm writing a fucking book as well. There's a lot going on. So time. Stop saying I don't have the time. Catch yourself saying it. First of all, the homework at the end of this podcast is to catch yourself whenever you say any of these 5 excuses. Don't punch yourself in the face. Don't get angry with yourself. Just catch it and be like, I just fucking used one of the 5 excuses. Oh my God, I don't have any time. What the fuck? And just see how much you use that excuse. Before you change it, you have to get the awareness that you actually say it. And if you can count how many times, I say that shit 5 times a day. My husband's is, I'm so tired. I said to him, honey, I don't want to be married to Mr. I'm so tired. You need to sort that shit out in 2019. And he's working on that. Because his whole, his line that comes out of his mouth all the time is, I'm so tired. Fuck, babe, I'm tired. I'm like, oh, hi, I'm Erica. Nice to meet you. You're always fucking tired. I'm tired too, man. What the fuck? Stop saying that I'm tired, because it's only going to give you more. Stop saying you don't have any time, because you're going to believe that bullshit and it's not fucking true. And then when you believe that bullshit, you act accordingly. You act as if you have no time, and then you have no fucking time. So, excuse number 1 to drop is saying I don't have the time. You have time, girl. Or boy, whoever's listening, you got heaps of time. You need to fine-tune your schedule. You need to block shit out for yourself. You need to shut off the distractions. You need to fuck off the people that you don't need to be spending time with. You need to say no more instead of saying yes. I am so talking to myself with that one. I need to say no more to my schedule. I'll be booking shit out of my schedule, and then I'm fucked, Then I don't have the energy or the time to do what I want. All right, check. Number 1, done. Stop saying that shit. Number 2, I don't have the money. Y'all heard me. The 3 fucking resources that we put our energy into, I don't have the money. Listen to me. There is money. You are making more money. I think 70% of the planet lives on less than $2 a day. So if you are in Australia or in America or in the UK, where all of my listeners are, if you are in a first world country, your motherfucking ass is making more money than 70% of the fucking population. You are technically rich. I don't care, even if you're poor, even if on your welfare, you are technically rich. So please stop bullshitting yourself, telling yourself you don't have the money. What are you doing with the money you have? and stop telling yourself you don't have money, or you're not good with money, or you're shit with money, or money is bad, or all the bullshit that we grew up with. We have really crazy money beliefs, and I would highly recommend you doing work this year on your money beliefs. Last year was my year of shaking every single money belief that I had. I thought, you know what? I am not going to struggle with money anymore. I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to think that money is hard to come by, and in order to get money, I have to work hard. That was my belief. Me and my husband had this belief that, fuck, we work so hard already, and we have to work harder now to get money. So we were subconsciously pushing money away from ourselves because we were thinking we don't want to work harder because that's how we're going to get more money. And that's not true. You don't have to work harder to get more money. You have to think bigger. You have to add more value, but you don't have to work harder, air quotes, technically. And that was our belief. And that belief was not serving us, and it was fucking us up with money. And so I said, I'm done with that, honey. I don't know about you, but next year I'm not taking that belief with me. I've had it. I've left it in 2018. I'm done. And literally, my business, I can't tell you, it hasn't quadrupled. It hasn't sixtupled. It's literally 10 times. My business has 10-folded. Last year, my first quarter last year, which was my first year of business, was ridiculous compared to the first 15 days of 2019. Literally quadrupled, quintupled, I don't even know what the word is, times 10 max, my business out. It's grown. And it's because my value that I'm serving and giving. And I am not going to have money issues. We don't have a fucking Lamborghini, but you better believe I'm on my way to be sitting on fucking Oprah's couch and not having a worry about money. Why? Because I'm not focused on money. Stop focusing on I don't have. You will create more of not having. Focus on how can I create some money? I spoke to one of the ladies earlier this year on Instagram, and she had a lot of issues and worries about money and scarcity. And I said, listen, when you're in scarcity, when you're worried about money, it comes off so gross to clients. It comes off so shit to yourself. You come off as if you're in scarcity, and then you attract more of that. So instead of saying, I don't have the money, start asking yourself, how can I create the money to do this? The power of a powerful question, the power of questions that uplift you and questions that give you solutions instead of questions that hold you down. Believe me, your brain is a fucking computer at times, and it wants to solve the question. And if you say, why the fuck don't I have any money? Your brain's going to go, because you're fucking stupid, you're dumb with money, because you've never had money, because you don't know how to make money. That's what your brain's going to come up with. Like, the output is going to be that. Versus you saying, and Tony Robbins talks about this a lot if you want to know more. He talks about the quality of the questions you ask yourself. Versus if you say, how can I make more money in my business this year and enjoy it? How can I add more value and make more money? How can I create $50 for myself? If you start answering those questions, you're going to find ways. Oh, I can create a course. Oh, maybe I can sell my clothes on eBay. Oh, maybe, you know what I mean? That's solution-based questions versus questions that keep you in the fucking problem. And your brain's not going to want to answer that shit. It's going to give you a shitty answer. So look at what you spend money on right now. What are you spending money on? Fine-tooth comb that shit. If you are in Australia, I highly recommend listening to The Barefoot Investor. If you do not have a business, The Barefoot Investor, if you're an employee, it's an amazing book. A lot of you have probably already read it, but I cannot tell you how amazing that book is. The Barefoot Investor, and now he has a new book, The Barefoot Investor for families. So you could teach your kids about saving money and spending money. He's amazing. He tells you about the banks. He tells you all the banks that take your money and to close those accounts. He tells you what, like, superannuation, which is like a 401k in Australia, what plans to put your shit in. If you are a business, you need to listen to Profit First. So if you are a business, do not listen to The Barefoot Investor, listen to Profit First. It is The Barefoot Investor for businesses. It tells you what bank accounts to open. It tells you about expenses and profit. It is a fucking game changer. My husband and he listened to the book, and I just took the direction from him, because sometimes we don't both listen to the same book, because we just educate each other on the book, which is awesome because of time. We're smart with time, y'all. So he listened to it. He gave me a whole workshop on the book. We changed all of our business accounts in our whole life in order to filter through the system of Profit First. So get your accounts right. Understand, what are you spending money on? Understand what is taking your money right now. What are some of the things that don't need to take your money? You know, if you got a gym membership and you're not fucking going, cancel that shit. Stop lying to yourself saying you're going to go. Just Don't go. Go do dancing. Go do fucking yoga. Go do something else. Just have a look at the amount of money that you spend and what you're spending it on. And then have a look as to how can you create money. Get into the creation mode because you are a fucking creator. You do not need to just go paycheck to paycheck. Whatever the fuck you want to create, you can. You fucking can, sister, brother, whoever's listening. Cool? So your excuse number 2 that you need to drop in fucking forever, not 2019, but forever is, I don't have the money. I'll lastly end with this. I talked about this on the podcast before or on Q&A Tuesday, I don't remember. There's a thing in Melbourne called the Royal Melbourne Show in Australia. And it's like a big carnival, fete, whatever you want to call it. And there's show bags. So there's like $20 bags and they're full of shit. Candy, fucking Batman masks and stickers and shit for kids. And you pay $40 or $50 to get in. There's rides. All the rides fucking cost $6 per ride. Per kid, per adult. So if you got a kid and you're an adult, it's $12. And then the show bags are $20. Listen to me. Do you know how many fucking people in Australia went to that show? Me included, and spent money that they, air quotes, did not have, and spent a fuckload of money on a bunch of bullshit that their kids do not fucking need, that they don't fucking need, and people were lined up in that motherfucker spending $200, $300, $400, $500 to buy stuffy fucking pets and animals and bags of shit. We bought one show bag because I knew this. I was like, I ain't gonna spend my money on that. And we went on a few rides, but that was it because our cousins went, we went for the experience. But let me fucking tell you, you do not want to be wasting your fucking money. And at least if you're wasting it, know that you're wasting it. So do a checkup as to where the fuck your money's going because you have money. If you're listening to me, you are privileged and you have money. Stop telling yourself you don't because that excuse is not helping you, sister. Okay, that's number 2. Excuse number 3 that you need to stop and drop and stop saying to yourself is, I don't know how to do it. Oh, listen to me. I talk a lot about people and mentors that I love, and I've talked about her before in the podcast. Brooke Castillo, look her up. She's got a podcast, Life Coach School podcast. She's amazing. I love her. She talks a lot about asking your brain for the question and not allowing yourself to go, I don't know the answer. Tony Robbins as well. He has this secret sentence that he uses, and I'm going to give it to you now. Whenever you say, I don't know how to do it, or I don't know, he says, well, if you did know, what would it be? If you did know the answer, pretend you did know, what would the answer be? And I've used this myself many times. And I promise you, every time I ask a client, what do you think it is? And they go, I don't know. And I go, okay, well, let's pretend you did know. What do you think it would be if you did know? And they go, blah, blah, blah. And they give me the answer. Demand more from your fucking brain. Do not allow yourself to say, I don't know. I don't know is a fucking cop-out. Who knows then? If you don't know, if you think you don't know, then that means you think that you don't have the answer and you're not capable of creating the answer and that someone else must know it. And that's bullshit. Because half the time, the question you have is about yourself. Who knows you better than you? Nobody. You are just allowing yourself to come up with that bullshit excuse, I don't know, and then you go, okay, well, I can't do anything about it because I don't know. And I'm like, that's not good enough. Don't allow yourself to do that to yourself anymore. Make sure that when your brain says, I don't know, you go, okay, well, if I did know, how could I find out? Well, let me just guess. Start fucking writing shit down. Y'all know I'm a fan of writing and paper, okay? If you haven't got that yet, get a fucking notebook or 10 and a pen. Put one in your car, put one at work, put one on your body, in your bag. Write shit down. As much as you can write because you intellectualize shit internally. If you get it out on paper, you get to see what the fuck's going on in your mind. And then you'll start catching shit, right? You'll understand yourself and you'll understand your mind better and why it thinks and does the way and the things that it does. So don't allow yourself to say, I don't know. And here's the thing. Your brain is amazing and it can come up with many answers and questions. You have an imagination that maybe you don't use as much. And the more you say you don't know, the less you're going to be able to use it. Come up with bullshit. Write down fucking 5 stupid things that you think is the answer, even if they're all shit. At least you're doing the practice of it. And the better and the more you get at the practice, the better you get at it. Same as the practice of confidence, which I talk about. Episode 1, I think. You know, it's like you're not going to be good at this shit. You're just trying it out. And the more you ask your mind, the more your mind's going to start to rewire to look for answers. Right now, you've rewired your mind to go, I don't know. Someone else knows. So now you're taking the power away from yourself and you're putting it into who knows what? Someone else? You're asking your auntie fucking questions. You're asking your mom. Maybe you're asking your partner. Maybe you're asking a fucking frenemy. Maybe you're asking somebody at work. Really? They're not going to have the answer. And even if they gave you an answer, it's not the answer that you need, because the one you need is the one that's inside of you. And the point of this is the answers to everything that you want are inside of you. You know from a deep, deep space that you know the answer. You're just not letting yourself find it. You're not giving yourself permission to fuck around and guess and write down different answers. So number 3 excuse to drop is stop saying, I don't know how to do it, or I don't know. Because there's a beautiful thing called Google. I literally just Googled how to create an Instagram shop. And can I tell you, I text a friend, hey, can you hook me up? Do you know how to do this? Because you're selling your stuff on Instagram. Can you help me? She's like, yeah, I'll help you. And as soon as I sent that message, I went on Google and found the way how to do it. It's cool if she helps me anyway, but do you get me? Like, get your ass onto Google. Fucking research. Google the exact question that you want to know, and you will know. Oh man, how did you do that? I Google my ass off all the time. My husband is like, you're amazing. Like, I can't believe how much information you figure out on your own. I'm doing a retreat in July with my husband. Holy fuck, man, that retreat's going to be something else. And I've never been to Ubud, Bali. I've never ran a retreat. I've never done that. I researched my ass off. I got on the internet, the World Wide Web, and researched. And then I went onto YouTube and watched videos of Ubud, what to do in Ubud, Ubud's top 5, Ubud's top 10, Ubud, fucking Bali, retreats in Bali, how to run a retreat, how to blah, blah, blah. Like, even if half of them are shit, I got great ideas from certain videos. But it's looking for the information. I am not letting myself go, I don't know how to do it. A lot of people don't know how to do shit, and they're making it happen. How are they making it happen? How can you make it happen? Excuse number 3. You got to drop that shit. I don't know how to do it. Don't let your brain tell you that bullshit, because you do know. You just got to find out how you know and make that shit happen for yourself. Cool? Excuse number 4 that you need to drop and stop fucking saying. Okay, this is a big one. I have always blah, blah, blah. For example, I have always lacked confidence. I have always been overweight. I've just always been shy. I've always made the bad decisions in my relationship. I've always been bulimic. I've just always been anxious. Right? You need to stop saying this to yourself. I'm about to do a post on Instagram about this. I have always blah, blah, blah. Great. How's it working out for you? I have always been shy. I have always lacked confidence. I have always made bad decisions with men. Okay? Cool. Stop fucking telling it how it is, because that's not going to serve you. And if you keep saying that, it becomes a part of who you are, or who you think you are. Then you think you are this person who has always lacked confidence. And really, in the background, that means you give up. And you go, well, I've always lacked confidence. Well, I've always been overweight. Well, I've never been skinny. Well, I've never been healthy. Well, I've never had any money. Well, I've always been shit with money. Whatever. Enter fucking sentence of shit here. I really want to invite you to stop saying that to yourself, and stop saying it out loud. Stop saying it to your friends. Stop saying it to your family. Stop telling your partner and your kids. Stop telling your fucking self that. And remember, initially, it's about you catching it. You're not going to do it. You're not going to change it until you have awareness that you say this. And believe me, you say something. I've always been loud. I've always been hyper. I say that. I've just always been crazy. Does that serve me? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you labeling yourself as one thing doesn't serve you, because then when I want to be calm and chilled, I think, oh, I can't be calm and chilled because I'm crazy. I am crazy. And the I am statement is so huge. It is the epitome of everything. Whatever you say I am, and whatever happens after that, that's what you are calling yourself. That's what you believe yourself to be. That's what limits you or expands you. And if you want to learn more about this, YouTube, I am that I am, or Google, I am that I am. Wayne Dyer talks about it a lot. It's a very spiritual term. There's a little bit of Bible shit in there, but like a spiritual overall, not God, an overall spiritual term saying that, you know, whatever you say you are that. And you are so not that. You are so bigger and greater than that. So if you're like, I'm so stupid, or I'm so silly, or I'm such an idiot, or I'm so bad with money, like, every time you say those things, you become more of that, and you really limit who you are, which is so massive. You are so massive. You are so expanded. You are the fucking universe. And here you are making yourself small. And if you're doing it unconsciously, or you're not even paying attention, that's the danger. Because your brain will hear it. Your subconscious hears it, and you start to listen and believe it. whether you think you're consciously doing that or not. And remember, 96% of the time, we are in a program. You are not awake. You are fucking sleepwalking. Only 5 or 4% of the time are you consciously paying attention. Like right now, take a deep breath. Take another one with me. You were just conscious doing that. You told yourself, I'm going to take a deep breath with Erica while I'm listening to the podcast, in and out. If you're driving a car, you're going to go back to being unconscious as you drive, like I am. I drove this whole time not paying attention. As in, I know I'm driving, but my body knows how to do this. So that's a fucking program. Do you get me? It's insane. Watch what you say about yourself to your fucking self. Stop telling yourself that you've always lacked confidence and that you've always been fat and that you've always been this and that you've always been that, because you will keep yourself there. And if the goal is to shift and be who you really are and become someone else and get results you've never gotten, if that is your fucking goal, that is not going to serve you to keep saying that shit. So number 4 is stop saying, I have always blah, 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 whatever the bullshit statement is, like I have always lacked confidence. Let that shit go. Stop labeling yourself, because a part of your identity, who you think you are, will hold you back. Because you'll be like, well, I've always lacked. That's who I am. That's who I know myself to be. So then your ego is not going to let you be someone else. Like, think about you if you don't smoke. Think about you smoking. You're like, I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker. You've labeled smoker as something you are not. Right? So imagine yourself picking up cigarettes and fucking smoking. You're like, ew, Erica, I would never do that. Or imagine a smoker going, okay, I don't smoke. They're like, fuck that. I smoke. I love smoking. I'm never going to not smoke. You know, like, think about the label and how close that is into your identity. That is a part of who you think you are. And if you want different results, you need to literally become somebody else. So stop telling it how it is. Stop saying that you've always lacked confidence, because that means you're not going to be able to take confidence by the fucking horn and fucking own it. By the horn. That was weird. Not by the horn. By the... Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. You're not going to stand in your confident self if you keep saying that you've always lacked confidence or you've always been anxious. Cool, that's not working out. Let me stop fucking saying that and start standing in the opposite, which is I am going to own confidence. I am not anxious. I am who I want to be. I am amazing. And start believing that shit. Because the other shit, you've believed it long enough. Let that shit go. That's number 4. And the last one, here we go. Number 5. My podcasts have been a little bit longer lately. I don't know if you've realized. I had a lot to say in 2019. Number 5 is the fucking victim shit. The victim shit that you need to drop. And if you want to hear more about victim shit, I've got a podcast called Victim Land Sucks. It's actually been one of the highlights of 2018. I've got a lot of you that love that podcast. And it's some cold hard truth, but it does not serve you to be a victim of your life, to be at effect, you know, to be at the cause of your life that's been shit. It's not going to serve you. So number 5 is stop saying it's because of my upbringing, or it's because of my mom, or it's because of my past that I am this way, or because of this is why I am like this. Stop saying that. Stop letting yourself believe that bullshit, that it's because I was a foster child, that's why I'm like this. It's because my mom was a narcissist, that's why I am this way. No, it's not. It's bullshit. It's a bullshit excuse that is allowing you to stay in the victim space. And remember, if you go back to that episode, I talked about the drama pattern and how you can be a victim. And if you're the victim, if you're playing victim, if you're playing the fucking, oh, because someone did this to me, because of this cause, someone did this, I'm at the effect of someone. It's like cause and effect. So someone does something to you, all of a sudden you're a victim. And then when you're playing victim, someone has to rescue you. And then someone has to be the aggressor. So who's aggressing you and who's rescuing you, and you're the victim. And there's this whole drama pattern, and the idea is to be neutral in the middle. And so when you say, oh, it's because my mom, like, think about my life. If you haven't seen my life story, please go to the website, queenofconfidence.com, click on About Me. You can watch the video on YouTube or you can read it. But basically, it's a lot of fucking shit. I should have been on drugs. I should have been pregnant at 12. I should have been a fucking drug addict or a drug dealer. I should have still lived in the ghetto, according to my life. Oprah's life, she should have been a piece of shit woman doing nothing, having a horrible life. Because the shit she went through was fucked up. And no, she's Oprah. Tony Robbins had a crazy ass mother who poured fucking soap down his throat. He had 4 dads growing up. I mean, he had no idea of what a good relationship was. He didn't have the love that a child should have. you know, and he grew up and he's Tony Robbins. And there's story after story about people. So don't tell me because your mom did this or because you were abused or because something bad happened to you, that's why you are the way you are. That's not true. It's because you haven't worked on it, you haven't healed it, you haven't validated it, you haven't been heard, you haven't worked through your shit. I'm working with clients right now that have a lot of sexual abuse, and if you've listened to the Life Lessons podcast, episode 1 was about my sexual abuse, and I shared deeply. You know, I shared openly and deeply, and it was very healing for me. And I have to tell you, I got so many women that wrote to me after and said, oh my God, I too was sexually abused. Holy shit, this is holding me back in my life. I didn't even realize this. You know, thank you for reaching out, because I was a bit scared. I sat on that episode for a long time because I'm like, I'm starting with sexual abuse. Fuck. But you know what? I needed to be talked about. And if you've had this experience in your life, you need to heal it. You have got to heal it. You have got to air it. You have got to give life to that part of you, because you can't just bury shit and then blame people for why you are the way you are. I'm sorry, you can't, because there are plenty of examples of people that have went through the same shit as you or worse, and they are who the fuck they are. They are killing it. They are empowering people. They write books. They are speaking. There's a guy with no arms and no legs, Nick, and he speaks to rooms full of fucking kids and empowers people to live their best life. And he's got no arms and legs. He's got a wife. He's got 2 kids. He travels the world. He lives his fucking life. He doesn't have arms and legs. You have fucking arms and legs and you're complaining? Like 2 million people per fucking day die and you're alive listening to my voice on the podcast? What the fuck? You already won. You have clean running water. You already fucking won. Stop using the excuse that because you were, hurt as a kid, or because you were the 3rd child, or because you were the only child, or because you were molested, or because somebody divorced you, or because you got cheated on, that's why you are the way you are. It's not true. And you don't have to be that way. So you work it, you heal it. It's fucking hard work, but you deserve it because your life is fucking worth it. And there are people that have come before you, and there are people that will come after you who have been through similar, the same, and they need to hear your story if you're willing to share. And I really feel like this is why bad things happen to us, because we are supposed to, I feel. This is my belief, it's not fucking gospel, but I believe that we are supposed to share our hardcore shit. Because by sharing our shit with someone else who A, has experienced it, or B, will experience it, or C, is currently experiencing it, you will give so much hope to that person, and you will be like, hey, I got you, I hear you, you can do it because I did it. And that's hope. That's inspiration. Like, fuck, if what else is there in the world? We are here to help one another. That's why we're here. That's why I believe I'm here. I believe my kids are here to help people. I'm here to help people. That's why we're born and incarnated to fucking help each other and be a tribe and a community. And I'm like, let me share my fucked up stories with you so I can give you my lessons and my learnings, and I can validate you. And you can feel like, oh fuck, I'm not alone. You are not alone. If you were sexually abused, if you were hurt, if you were physically abused, if you lost a partner, I feel you. This shit happened to me. If you miscarried, me too. I feel you. But don't let that shit be the excuse as to why you don't live your fucking life. Because it's not helping you. If you are using that as an excuse to hold you back, how the fuck is that helping you? Catch yourself when you put yourself in a victim mindset. Catch yourself doing it. Don't be hard to yourself. Don't be mean to yourself. Nurture yourself. Fuck, look at me. I'm victimizing myself. I'm playing the fucking victim right now. How is this helping me? It's not helping me. Great. What could be a better position I could take in my life right now so that I can move forward? Great question to ask yourself. Write that shit down. Write yourself down. Get yourself out of that space, and don't allow your fucking brain to tell you that bullshit that you are the way you are because of XYZ. No. It's because you haven't addressed it. It just needs love. It needs addressing. It needs nurturing. It needs attention. And it needs guidance. So, on that note, those are the 5 excuses that I think you need to drop, not in 2019, for fucking ever. Number 1, I don't have the fucking time. Yes, you do. Number 2, I don't have the money. Yes, you do. You can create it. Number 3, I don't know how to do it, or I don't know. Fucking Google, and don't allow yourself to have that I don't know-ness. Number 4, I have always lacked confidence, been overweight. I have always been shy, been anxious. Stop saying that shit, because you will continue to be that, and you don't want to be that. So stop saying that and labeling that with your identity. And number 5, stop blaming that the reason why you are the way you are is because of your upbringing, your past, your mom, your dad, whatever. Right? It's going to help you. I want to say a special thank you to those of you who reached out about the Life Lessons podcast, especially my mom one that I just did. Had a few of you that have had parents who are bipolar, and by sharing, I can hear that it's helped you to let go of some of your shit with your parents. So thank you so damn much for reaching out. I read every fucking message. I reply to everybody. I am launching something new if you are interested. The podcast is over, so if you want to finish, you can go now. But I am launching something new that I want to trial. I haven't done it yet, but I'm very interested in trying this. It's kind of like an Instagram pocket coach. So only via Instagram. And basically it's people sending me questions and me replying to their questions with an answer, from a life coaching perspective. For example, someone might say, my boyfriend and I are having issues. We don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this relationship. What should I do? And I might reply to them and say, sorry, my car's making weird noises. I might reply to them and say, okay, what the fuck is going on? Okay, there. Okay, good. See, this real shit happens. My car's tripping. Anyway, it's called my friend made up a name and said Dr. Bitch Slap, but I'm not going to call it that. I got to figure out a cool name for it. But basically, it's like you hit me up on Instagram. It's like tarot reading or psychic readings on Instagram, but life coaching. So I'm like your Insta coach, quick inspo, quick loving bitch slaps. You come to me with something instantly and I reply instantly. I send a voice memo or a video to you and we fix your problem straight away on the spot. I don't know what I'm going to call it, pocket coach or whatever, but it's great because it opens up internationally. So if you live in another part of the world, if you live in America, if you live in Asia, if you live in Australia, if you live in fucking Europe, wherever you live, I can give you advice on whatever problem you have instantly. So I'm playing with this idea. Let me know if you think this idea is cool. Hit me up on Instagram or on Facebook or on my email. I am excited about it. I think it's going to be cool. And it's a new, cool, easy, fun, informal way to do life coaching for clients that don't want to sit down for an hour with me and make a massive investment and be very serious. This is just like a little bam in your face, loving bitch slap at ya. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I love you and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your time, your ears, your support, your love, your questions. Please connect. You can head over to Instagram at The Queen of Confidence or Facebook at The Queen of Confidence and hit me up. Or if you're not on Facebook or Instagram, email me, yo. My email is erica@thequeenofconfidence.com. I cannot wait to hear from you. I thank you. I love you. This podcast is for you. Go out there and be great, y'all.